So Bill finally like, look, guys, just stop screwing around. Yeah, you're playing too much playing. It's getting out of control. Just get.
I got one bone to pick though.
Uh-oh. Want to hear this one.
Now, can you at least confess that Bill is way softer on fucking defensive guys than offensive guys? And you want to know how I know? Because he would come up and ask us questions. Like on Wednesdays, he'd always test us, right? He'd always test us, both offense and defense in front of each other. He'd look over at me, Edelman, what coverage is this and this? He'd look over at V. Hey, V, what color is the team we're playing?
No, that's not true. I don't think
1,000%.
But see, we thought, because you got to understand, Bill used to come into our meetings. When he leaves squad and all that, he would come in there with us and grill us.
Yeah.
So our question answering, he might not give it to us all in a team meeting, but he'll leave that meeting. When we break up an individual, he'll come in there and grill us with questions.
Hey, Big V, we're playing Derrick Henry this week. Is this a run or pass team? He used to say shit like, I'm not even joking, bro. I'm sitting there. They're asking us scheme this. They're like, hey, does this team coach like to throw it or run it?
I'll tell you a funny story with Bill and me, right? So my rookie year, I think we in mini camps or something like that, and he's asking questions, and I mean he's going around and he's asking like layup questions, right? So he get to me, he said, Vince, what is Memorial Day? So I'm like, man, I don't know if it's a trick question or not. So I was like, barbecue. He said, no, you a-hole, what is it? I'm like, that's what we do, barbecue. Man, when I tell you, Bill couldn't do nothing but laugh. He couldn't do it because I'm like, what are you asking me? I'm like, it's a trick question. What are you asking me? So he went on to tell everybody about Memorial Day and all. I'm like, hey, man, I'm like, Bill, coach, I thought you was asking me what we do on Memorial Day. He said, nah, no, you asshole. I'm talking about that. I'm like, my bad. That was my first question from Bill. And that's how I answered it. The first question.
And he had a little jolly smile. Now, that was
the smirk.
An offensive guy. Oh, asshole, you guys get out of here.
No. When he used to ask Grunt question, we would laugh. If Gronk knew it or didn't know it, we would laugh. And he would laugh. So it's like, he would. I truly believe with Bill, and when it came to me, I can truly think that I think Bill was testing me early on in my career on my knowledge of the game. I really was. And I appreciate him so much for doing that because he taught me so much about football and the game itself, you know. A lot of questions that you got to understand, when I was a rookie, our defensive line, we was in charge of knowing quarterback pivots, the route tree, blocking schemes, cadence, motions. We had to know all of that.
Which gives you an advantage because if you know the concepts, you know that the quarterback's got to get the ball out.
Formations, like,
which it's crazy to me that teams don't do that.
But Bill stopped. I think we were the last class that came in that he did that to. But I think, looking back now, I think he was just basically trying to see how smart and my football IQ was, because in Bill's mind, Bill is thinking 3-4 steps ahead.
Yeah.
He's like, let me see, I'm going to test and see what he knows. And I proved to him that I know the game of football, you know, and I think that allowed us to do a lot defensively, scheme-wise, with me knowing what's going on, not only from a defensive line standpoint, but, you know, the back end from the defense and offensively what they're trying to create and build through formations and this and that. So it was like not only we had, you know, the secondary, if it was Rodney or if it was Dev with the calls, you know, we had our linebackers with the calls. Now he have trust that, okay, I know Vince will be able to get calls out, get us lined up front. And it allowed us to play so much faster as a defense. And I credit all of that to Bill because how he taught me the game. I thought I knew the game, but, you know, sitting down and having a conversation with him, you'll know right away, like, I don't know much about what I think I do. So I always thank God because he meant a lot to me, not only in my personal life and the friendship we have and we built over the years, but as a coach, what he was allowed to coach and teach me, that's why I became the player I became. And that's why I moved from nose tackle to a defensive tackle to an end, and then now I can flop to go to this side. So I didn't play a nose traditionally like any other two-gap nose, because Bill had the luxury of moving me in different positions, and I can produce at those positions. So it just allowed us as a team in defense to manipulate a lot of play calling from my offensive standpoint, because they never knew where I was going to be,
And a lot of it is common sense, though, which is, all right, take best defensive lineman, put him on worse offensive lineman, may not be in traditional spot, but that's weakness.
But
then you win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I watch a lot of these defenses, and I'm like, I guess we're just that much smarter, because I'm sitting here and I was talking to Antonio Gates. We did a show together, and he doesn't realize that I was in 7th grade when he was talking about the game that he was playing. I'm like, I wasn't in this game, but the whole time he keeps on talking to me. How the fuck we lose these pages? And it hits to me like, it's because we were like what you're talking about. We were the smartest football team by far.
Yeah, we were. We always was.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just know your position. You knew the rhyme and reason why you were doing what you were doing.
Yeah, it's a lot of times I lined up and I knew we had teams where first play of the game, I'm lined up somewhere opposite their nose because the offensive line was said. I got a lot of old crap. Didn't realize I was going to be over there. So now I know, okay, now I'm playing with your scheme because everything you prepared for, it's not it. So now you have to go back to the drawing board and you have to figure out, okay, where Vince is going to be, what they're going to be playing. We thought it was going to be this, but I remember like it's a lot of offensive linemen like, oh, crap. You over here? What you doing over here? Yeah. To screw your play up. Yeah. Simple as that.
Now, a guy you played with on those defenses is now the head coach of the New England Patriots, Mike Vrabel.
Love it.
What are your thoughts on that?
I love it. And the thing is, I had the luxury to be a player with Mike, and in Houston, he was a linebackers coach, so play for Mike. And I always knew since the time our playing days that he was going to be a head coach. I always knew that. He was a coach. Like, no doubt in my mind that was going to happen. And I love that move because he's going to get the best out of everybody.
Yeah.
And he's very smart when it comes to the game of football. He knows exactly what he's doing. He know how he want to deliver messages. He's outspoken. If he believes in something, he believes in it. If he don't like something, he'll tell you. He'll speak his mind. But at the same time, the respect that he receives is because what he pour out. So I think we're in good hands with Mike. I really do believe we're gonna do some wonders this year. We're gonna see a different football team this year, and I'm expecting for us to shock a lot of people. Just because of I know Mike as a person and a player and a coach. I've already known him. I know him.
Yeah. And they spent money.
Yeah, they gonna spend. Guess what? He ain't for to hide his hand. If he wants somebody, he gonna let it be known. Hey, we need this player. Yeah. I don't want him. We need him.
Yeah.
He'll tell him, and that's what I love about him. He's a player's coach, but at the same time, he's disciplined. He's gonna have a smart football team. Not gonna make a lot of dumb mistakes. And they're gonna play hard for him. So I'm excited about it. I'm happy that we did get Mike. If that was the choice, I love that we went and grabbed him because I think he'll do wonders for us.
Yeah. You think these teams are going to look more like our old teams?
Yeah, in some capacity, yeah. I think one of the main things we're going to get is the competitiveness and aggressive play. I think, and a smart team, So you're going to see, we're going to look apart. We're going to look like we know what we're doing. The past 4 or 5 years, we didn't look like that. The past 4 or 5 years, what we look like? We look like teams we used to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, how you do that? That's how we used to look. I don't think we'll look like that.
Special teams.
Yeah, we're going to be coached very, very well and hard, and we're going to play hard.
What's the difference between Vrabes as a coach and a player?
Really nothing.
Really nothing.
That's why when I played with him, he's the same guy as a coach than when I played with him. You got to understand, I seen him and Tom Brady go at it on the sideline or practicing. You know, I've seen Braves walking out a quarterback's meeting with Tom. I've seen Braves and Tom walking down the hallway with a playbook talking about this and that. I've seen Braves and Tom talking about scheme. I saw and I heard Ray tell Tom that would never work against this guy. I've seen it. Like, so the respect Tom gave him for input in what he was trying to do, that tells you everything.
What was the worst thing you ever heard Coach Vrabel say to Tom?
I mean, it got F you. No, F you. The
Nothing was off limits.
Yeah, F-bombs was always a part of it. He didn't care who you were. Bill get F-bombs. Brave, man, look here. When I tell you, when Mike believe in something, he going to stand firm in it. And he's going to tell you why. Now, that's what I love about it.
Was he a smart shit talker?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
So he like pulls something out of the cutties.
I've been on the field with a call come in and Braves, he'll shake his head, this is not going to work. I've been in the huddle with him. Or when we in the meeting room, that's not going to work. And he'll tell you why. He was so smart as a player. It was just, you would never believe that he was a linebacker. The way he saw the game, he saw it as a head coach. Scenarios, situation, he's seen it as a head coach, as a player.
Now, this just popped into my head. Do you think Bill liked Vrabel more than you because he let him play offense and gave him a touchdown pass?
Look here, that's one thing I regret with Bill. Like, come on, Bill. Like, and the crazy thing is,
fullback?
But the thing is, he did Seymour. He let Seymour line up in the backfield. So I'm like, man, listen, no shade towards anybody, but I was the best. I was the best athlete on the defense, hands down.
Tell him.
Straight up. I returned kicks in high school. I kicked the ball in high school. I played every position you could possibly name on the field. One position I would never play is center. But I tried it and I hated it.
Yeah.
But I played every position. Like, I played basketball. I dunked basketball. I did all of that. I was the greatest pound for pound athletes on the Patriots. I mean, Jamie Collins, pretty tight. But listen here, a guy my size to do what I did, we're not for to play this. I played linebacker. I dropped in cover. Like, I could do all of that.
And you could dance.
I could dance.
Like a ballerina.
I could dance. My footwork was good.
That's what people don't realize. So you're like 345 pounds and you could move like a ballerina.
So for me not to be on the offensive side of the ball when I see a lot of guys, not just from us, but other teams, putting their guys in the background that's, have some athleticism to them, that was kind of bummed out for me.
Now, honestly. Would that be a perfect moment to use if you saw Bill? Mofo.
Oh, I hit him with that.
You hit him with
yeah, you mofo.
DT.
No, you remember when it was Matt Castle and Tom going back and forth?
I wasn't around for that.
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
They was going back and forth pranking each other. So I think Matt filled Tom car for all of these little bubbles.
The peanuts.
So Tom took his tires.
And hit him everywhere?
And hit him so he had 3 tires and still was looking for one. It was in the bubble. So Bill finally like, look, guys, just stop screwing around. Yeah, you're playing too much playing. It's getting out of control. Just get. So Bill had to put a stop to it, man. He was going for weeks. It was going, dude. I'm like, dude, when I tell you, some of my most funniest times in life is on a football field and in the locker room.
Oh, 1,000%.
You know what I mean? So people always ask me, do you miss the game? I'm like, no. I miss my teammates in the locker room and the fans. That's what I miss. I don't miss the game itself. I miss the camaraderie, just hanging out in the locker room 2-3 hours after we finish and just sitting down and drinking Gatorade and just hanging out in the locker room. Like,